Okay, cool. Live again. I think. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. That says live. Should be live. I can never tell. Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. All good? Okay, cool. Then that's all I need. That is all I need. Hello, everybody. Anybody tuning in? I will be with you in just one quick minute. Promise. 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 How are you all doing? Hey Sol. Hi Kingsley. How are you? I haven't seen you around in a little while. Okay, so tonight is gonna be the same as every other night. We don't know what we're gonna make. Doing great? That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well. Just woke up from a nap. Let's see if I can collect myself. Okay. So, for anybody who's new here, to this specific segment, which is like, you know, my segment, turn this down just a wee bit. If you're new to my segment, basically what I do during these streams is I take this sphere, mash it around a whole bunch, put in a whole bunch of like shapes and focus on just shape design and language and all that kind of stuff, to try and find some sort of like creature or monster inside of like sort of like just mashing around a ball of clay. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to de-stress. It's a great way to practice what you already know artistically, without the constraints of trying to copy a picture or a reference or any of that. This is not necessarily something that you would do in, let's say, actual production, unless like you're, you know, concepting things, and your art director was okay with you just like mucking around. But this is just generally an exercise of your creative freedom, I guess. Just what can you do with your creative license? So I'm just gonna start mashing stuff around and having fun. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you want to participate or you think it's cool or whatever, you can actually go down below on the Pixelogic Twitch channel. They have a ZBrush free trial that you can get for 45 days for free, which is a pretty hefty amount of time for a free trial. So if you are looking to try this out and you haven't yet, you can go and grab that, or go onto their website. They offer it there too. It's all good. It's all good. Anyways, I'm gonna start doing this now. I'm gonna start. Hi, Link. You're gonna make something that will eat whatever I create? Oh, is that gonna be possible though? Is that a challenge? Is that a challenge? Is there a new challenge right now? MTM, are you challenging me? Hey Reggie, how are you doing? So a big thing that you're going to want to do if you're doing this process with me is one, definitely look for your big shapes. What stands out to you? What can you kind of like build up that looks interesting? When I say big shapes, I mean like this is me working with a big shape right now. I'm not focusing on details or any of that stuff. That all comes later. Right now I'm just seeing like, can I kind of like grab something maybe weird, interesting, thought-provoking in terms of like some shapes. And what can I do with that? Also work at like a low Dynamesh Dynamesh level, low Dynamesh resolution at this point, just because it'll make your life way easier. Eric D, thank you. I'm glad you like my ball. I ruined the ball. You have to try. Yes, you do. Hi. Izuther, how are you doing? Yeah, guys, like feel free to just kind of relax and sculpt along with me. Maybe, you know, like whenever I was in, you know, a stressful situation in school, actually that school is when I first started using ZBrush, when it was like third year of college. And I actually was using it because I thought it was just super cool. I wasn't really like following any tutorials or anything like that. This is actually how I started using ZBrush at first, was I would just kind of like muck around clay and in like a non-stressful situation without feeling like what I was doing was wrong or that it wasn't working. So if I to say that I was procrastinating, but when I was procrastinating, I just grab ZBrush and start messing around with stuff. And, you know, now I take it a lot more seriously, but I've never stopped kind of just doing this, though. I find that it does keep me loose. It keeps that passion going for 3D work in general, because it can get very technical, and if you're not like a really technically oriented person, then you're gonna start missing out on what like, you know, traditional art would offer you and all that kind of stuff. But if you're kind of like just getting in the habit of just like sculpting something just for you, just for fun, you can actually break that feeling. If you're in that boat. I'm a very artsy-fartsy kind of a person, so when it comes to modeling, I've always kind of like had that sort of like, I guess, problem. Already getting on me for the saves, and I've barely even done anything. Alright, getting in there. Guys, don't forget to save. Don't you forget to do your saves. Trying to retopo for your first time? That's awesome. That's sweet. So yeah, I usually like go for pretty triangular shapes. I'm drawn to triangles. I love creating creatures based on triangular forms. Doesn't mean that you have to. You could be kind of working off of something else. You know, you could be making things like completely spherical even. Or, of course, mixing all of the primitives together. It's another thing, like if you're really stuck, I like to just kind of try breaking things down into primitives, like in order to actually see what's going on. Hi Quay, how's it going? I always misread his post. It's what you have at the moment. Oh, very cool. Very nice. Nice orc, dude. That's looking sweet. That's looking very sweet. Nice. Pink. No, it's purple. It's not gonna be there forever. It'll fade. This is me. I'm a punk, maybe. How often do I do studies? That I don't know. Not as frequently as I did when I first started doing 3D art. Now I do studies whenever the time comes up. Like if there's something specific that I have to sculpt, like let's say the client's just like, we need you to sculpt a deer. Like, okay, I guess I gotta sculpt a deer. Like, I mean, that hasn't come up. Like, no one's asked me to sculpt a deer, but I'm just saying, like, if somebody did tell me to sculpt a deer, then I'd be like, okay, well then I guess I'm gonna go and grab a whole bunch of reference for deer, and I'm gonna sit here and do a few rough sketching, like anatomy studies of deer until I get it, and then I'll start working on my project. I feel like that's like the best way to go about it, because if you kind of just jump into something that you're uncomfortable with right like off the bat without doing your studies, you're gonna find there's gonna be like so many errors that you're gonna be making, and you're gonna be doing a lot more corrections in the long run than was needed. So I do like to do project-based studies now, just because I am extremely stupid level busy. I say if you're just starting out, definitely do as many studies as you can. Studying is incredibly important. It does not. It does not. It's not. No. No, it's not the same. Want me to sculpt the deer on stream, really? You started with 3D last year, September. I think it's great. I think you have great progress. If that's what you can do now, like, I think that you're on a really good road. Really, really good road. No, yeah, for sure. Like, I think you're definitely using the online resources that are available to you to learn. Like, I can see that you're actually like making that kind of progress, so that's awesome. If you guys don't know, if you have any like ZBrush questions, of course, like, you can ask here, like, absolutely. But there is a thing called Z Classroom, which I just linked in the chat, and that's by Pixelogic. It's a whole bunch of tutorials and videos and stuff like that you can just watch, and it usually has like everything that you would be asking in terms of like beginner stuff. But yeah, if you want to ask here too, like don't feel like I'm saying like don't you ask me, go there or whatever. But if I can't answer something, your best bet is Z Classroom or hashtag ask ZBrush on YouTube. Decimates to Retopos, step 3 unwrap, UVs. Yeah, that should work just fine. That workflow should work just fine. Good evening, Gary. How are you doing? So a lot of the time too, I find that that I do sculpt in sort of like skin details and stuff, even though I know that it's like I'm not gonna end up using it in the end. Just so I can have like a better feel of what's going on with the thing that I'm sculpting at the time. But that's just because like I can do it pretty fast. If that's not something you can do fast, then don't worry about it. It just gives me a feeling of like direction. Why ZBrush when you do retopo? ZBrush isn't you understand now, right? Like, I mean, ZBrush is not 100% accurate. Like, it does get you some pretty good results, but if you want something like to animate off of I find personally that it's better to just retop it by hand. I mean, you can always start with a Z remesh, but I just feel like if you want like an actual animatable mesh, to just kind of do that yourself. Actually, kind of want to just make this whole front piece just a beak. Let's see, what if I do this? Oh, psych. Yeah, I'm doing great. You waited the whole week for this stream. The whole week. Well, welcome. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I find it's a little bit difficult for me to just like be constantly talking about my process as I'm working. So if you do have like any burning questions, ask in the chat, and I will be more than happy to help you out as best as I can. Yeah, well, I mean, for Retopo, there are actual, like, solutions for things and things that just generally work better than other ways of doing things. So I wouldn't say that Retopo is just like drawing, just because there are, like, technical aspects to it that I think you should definitely research, learn, and follow. There are rules to Retopology as well, so I wouldn't say that it's just like drawing, but it, like, you know, there are different solutions to things for sure. Where did I learn to work with ZBrush? I learned on my own, mucking around with it, and then I guess just like YouTube videos. That's how I learned ZBrush. So if I could do it, you could do it. That's it. It's actually amazing that there's so much content now available to help people getting started with this kind of stuff. Kind of want this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it like extra. Hi, R4K, how's it going? Oh, my sculpting process. Okay, my bad, Quay. I thought you were talking about retopology. No, yeah, the ends of my hair is purple. Yeah. How was the journey to where I am? Talking about jobs and all that. So I have one job. Like, I worked on, like, this is the third project that I've worked on professionally that I'm currently working on right now. I had one studio job before this one. And before that, I was in college for a bachelor's of animation, so I was doing mostly 2D animation. Because, like, you know, I still made, like, a 3D animated, like, short film for my graduation, but there weren't really like any 3D classes when I was going to school, which kind of bites, but I signed up for that. I signed up for it, so I still graduated with that bachelor's, but found out that that's not really what I wanted to do. Ended up getting into 3D modeling, and the first job that I had, worked on 2 projects there, and they went out of they went bankrupt. So then I had to get another job, and that's where I am now. Working on animated feature film. The air is purple. You're new here. Welcome, Fallen. How you doing? It's when you do retopo and there's part of the mesh that won't be animated but has valleys. Oh, no. So, like, right here, all of that kind of stuff should be animated. I would treat this part right here just like you would treat eyebrows. Oh, got you, yeah. Tomorrow's a holiday. Nice. Welcome, Gary. Hopefully don't disappoint. I'm a bit tired today, and I also apologize for any hobos you hear screaming in the background. I have to keep my window open today. It is very hot. It's gonna be something you're gonna have to get used to over the course of the summer. I'm sorry. I don't have AC. Would you like to make a tutorial video on how to work with ZBrush? If I had time, I would. But the tutorial aspect of things, I guess, comes from the ZBrush Live sessions. So if you have any questions, like, feel free to ask. Edge loops there, or you can cover with flat quad. I would make sure that there's some sort of you just don't have a pole directly in the center. Or did I do another thing with 3D modeling? Yeah, so I started as I was lucky. I started as a 3D character artist. And I was primarily working with Maya and ZBrush at the time, so I got kind of lucky when I started my first job. There's not a ton of character art jobs, if that's what you're asking, but it is possible if you're really, like, putting in the effort into getting those jobs. And I say that on, like, a networking standpoint as well, because it wasn't just It wasn't just like my portfolio alone that got me a job. Hi Pixel, how are you doing? Artstov, Christoph, how are you doing? Josh, hey. Hi Dan. It won't be animated. How to deal with those valleys. Should I create edge loops there? If it's not going to be animated, don't worry about it as much. Like, I mean, it should still be clean. You should still try and work with quads as much as possible. And avoid n-gons and all of that fun stuff. But, I mean, if it's not going to be animated, then just make sure that it's clean. Yeah, no, I'm doing well. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've seen you on here. Welcome back. Do I have symmetry on? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do I ever sculpt hard surface stuff? Yes, I do. Not on the stream, but I do at work and sometimes at home, depending on what I have to do. Really depends, you know, like whatever the job calls for. As a 3D artist, you would be better off if you're able to do both hard surface and organic. It's totally cool if you're like specialized in one. I had a productive day. Nice! Welcome to the stream. Last year with Houdini. Wow, that's a lot of work. Yeah, you gotta put in the work, man. So I can see how you've progressed. It's cool. You just enrolled in a character creation course from the Game Art Institute. Nice! I hope that actually turns out really well for you. I hope it's good. think I might do like a series of busts tonight, just as like a super chill stream, to see like a whole bunch of busts together. We'll see. I think that could be fun. Smells like there's a fish on top. It's like a fish on top of his head. Because why not? Because it's art. In lighting, yeah, I'm not super knowledgeable on lighting. It's definitely not my career path. I know enough to get by, but I'm not about to light an entire feature or anything. Like, I would not be the one for that. Keyshot is great. Keyshot is amazing. Keyshot is plug and play. Well, not entirely plug and play, but it can be plug and play. I've gotten a little bit more familiar with the program to say that it's not just plug and play, but if you don't know lighting, Keyshot's awesome. It's even better if you do know lighting. But if you don't, you can get by just fine. Hey Kyle, how's it going? A creature with 4 completely different heads. Yes. Totally. I need to make sure that this is the default program running. Set at high priority. Yes. Oh, yes, yes. Change the priority. You're pretty excited. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. You request 6 packs on this one, sure. Let me just get on that right for you right now. Here we go. Whoop, no, already failing the 6 pack. Here we go. This is 6 pack, right? This is how you do a 6 pack. No, this is not how you do a 6 pack. This is how not to 6 pack. This is like if you were to put like a rack underneath your skin in plastic surgery or something. There you go. That's your... I'll even give him some really shitty pectorals. Excuse my language. Some really crappy pectorals. There you go. Exacts. I know, that's what I was saying. That's how not to make 6 packs. Don't do that. Hey, NLTM, how you doing? Yeah, Paul did do that. So Paul got like an entire like the Did You Know That segment dedicated to Photoshop rendering and lighting within ZBrush and exporting and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in compositing your models, you should go and check that one out. It was very informative. Definitely go to do ZBrush and Maya. Yeah, man. So fun. So fun. Unwrapping UV maps, etc. Yeah, well, I mean, they shouldn't. Like once you get it, it's sort of like the same thing over and over again. There's a lot of tools out there to make unwrapping pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I'd say like the worst thing that you can do when you're afraid of something like that is to just not do it. You should probably just sit down and just start UVing something and get your fear out of the way. What am I using? Oh, yeah, okay, got you. Yeah, I just sit down and UV unwrap something even simple, and you'll start to get over that fear really quick. You're gonna realize how simple it is. It seems like a complicated subject, but it really isn't. I can't wait until the UV unwrap one-click button in years to come. It's just like, oh, look at this scene full of millions upon millions of poly objects. Let's just click the UV unwrap button. Oh wow, look at that, it's all unwrapped for you. That would be amazing. Hi Big Boz, how are you doing? Yeah, everybody wants their magic retopo button. That would be amazing. The day totally needs way more hours. One button to just make art. I think I was talking about this on a previous stream. Just like ZBrush 8 comes out, ZBrush 9 comes out, or something crazy like way in the future, and it's just like, it's like you click a button and suddenly it makes a sculpt for you. I'd be like both like extremely happy and sad at the same time, because I'd be like, oh, my job is obsolete. But I don't think art will ever go obsolete, just because, you know, like I don't think a one-click button can really mimic what goes on inside of a person's brain. But maybe it can. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows with AI? I don't want my job to be obsolete. If you can make that button, just don't. Just be like one of those people. Down with technology! Uses technology in every day. The do art for me button, yeah. Oh man, I remember. So I was going to a mostly traditional art school, so nobody was really like taking any 3D courses, but because of that, there was still like some students with like this weird this weird like mindset that like doing it in 3D was way easier than doing it by hand, and that's why like as artists we were choosing to do 3D films instead of 2D films. Meanwhile, there weren't any 3D courses in the bachelor program that I was taking, so we were learning all of this on our own on top of all of the other other classes that we had to take as well. And I was saying we because there was like multiple people that were a part of these 3D things that we were doing. Like I was part of like a 3D club, and there's like 2 other friends we were doing that. And so we would be working on our stuff, you know, just nonchalantly, and there'd be like passerbys, and they'd be like legitimately just being like, wow, you see what they're doing? And they could just click a button and be done. And I'm like, what? Where's this button? Where's this button? I want to know where this button is. Like, can you tell me where this button is? Because I want to graduate, and at this rate, I'm not going to. I was not having that. But that's because, like, I was in, like, a 2D program, so a lot of people had that sort of, weird, like, I don't want to say ignorance, but yeah, ignorance. I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say. It's like, let me just click the Maya button. Whatever. It's cool. The audio seemed fine for me, Shoddy. For Paul's videos. When you're driving, you think of your drawing ideas. Don't get too distracted. Stop making 3D TVs. Oh wow, really? I didn't know that. But yeah, 3D in movies is just not like, I mean, not like actual 3D. I'm talking about like the glasses. Yeah, no, it's not my favorite. Oui, bon bon. 3D course. No, there was not. There was a 3D course, but it wasn't like taught properly. So it was just like I had to unlearn everything that was like in that class. It was not good. Scientists have successfully quantumly entangled some carbon in silicon. What? That's what? Hey, how's it going? That's... Oh my god, I don't want to think. No! Computers are taking my jobs! Computers are taking my job! No, it's okay. I've accepted that I just need to find peace in the fact that in 20, no, maybe like 40 years from now, it'll be okay that I'm being taken over by a bunch of computers doing my job for me because my hands will be ridden with arthritis anyways. What? No. That's sad. Don't say that. Why am I saying that? I don't want that. Yeah, I read about Google's AI making AI. So Google's AI can now make AI. What the hell? What is even going on? Where do I live? I don't even think sci-fi exists anymore. It's just reality TV. Hey Mord, how's it going? Maya course next semester? Oh, hopefully it'll actually be pretty good for you. That'll be sweet. He hopefully has. Back in the day when we had jobs! Yeah. Alright guys, like, if you have any questions, I don't think I've said this in the last little while, but if you have any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask. They're not different tools or polygroups. They're just it's just one mesh right now. But I can see that you named him Geraldo. So this is Geraldo, the something. The barnacle head. Excuse my language. Yes, I did. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I should probably tell you how I did that. I did. So in order to get it like really well defined, I'm using like a bunch of like dam standard to just kind of like cut in areas that are going to be separated, I guess, a little bit from other areas. So I just kind of like rough out like patches like this. And then if I'm happy with something, like this, for example, I would mask the edge area of something that I had just marked with dam standard, like so. Invert it, and then I'd take the like a moving tool, and I just start kind of like moving it around a bit. I think that's like the most common question. The first time I started using ZBrush, I was in school, and my classmate, who is now actually my boyfriend, introduced me to it, and he was taking like an online course for ZBrush. I don't actually remember his story on like how he discovered it, but he was just like, yo, this is so cool, and I was like, yo, that is so cool. And then I just started like mucking around with the program, and I was a lot more stubborn back then, so I wasn't, you know, going to pay a whole bunch of money for something that I wasn't really like sure, like in terms of like, you know, courses and stuff. At the time I was using the school's license on it and stuff like that, so, and it helped too because like ZBrush had like that free trial. Plug in it, free trial for ZBrush 4 or 5 days free. That's how I got started too. And I just kind of like started mucking around in it because like I couldn't afford like, you know, the top-notch tutorials at the time. But now ZBrush has come out with a Z Classroom, so that's super, that would have been super helpful like back then. And yeah, that's how I started when I was in third year of college, when I was getting really sick of like the traditional stuff that like traditional animation and 2D like Toon Boom animation and stuff like that. I was just not having it, and then suddenly ZBrush, and I was like, oh, guess what, I guess I'm gonna be a modeler. Oh, thanks, Morlando. Yeah, no, it's cool. You can just push and pull things and create something interesting. This one's alright. Like, I mean, it could be better, but it's just the whole purpose of this is to just kind of like have fun with shapes and stuff. Like, it's not anything super serious. Alright, I'm gonna put this up to... Did I get a Pixelogic hat as well? Yes, you know it, Existential. Somebody has said the hat. Somebody mentioned the hat. You know what time it is. You know what time it is, ladies and gents. You know what time it is, my friends. Hello. Hello, welcome to the Pixelogic stream. My name is Ashley, or A Cubed. Random fluffs. Hi! My time investment, yes, I've sunk. Well, like, I mean, like, I do this for a living now, so when I am at work, I'm usually sculpting as well, so full work day of sculpting, come home, sculpt for you guys, go to bed, wake up, sculpt at work. I mean, I'm pretty familiar. Like, there's still a lot of stuff that I don't know about ZBrush, because it's just that kind of a program. It just got so many, like, nooks and crannies that you're gonna be able to find like 1,000,001 ways to do everything. And that's what I really love about it, is there's so many like solutions to so many different things. You can't handle my level of swag. I'm too swaggy. Too swaggy. A small fan at the window? Yeah, because I'm really hot here. Like, I don't have AC. I can't afford AC. So it's just like, I gotta... And they still have the heat on in the apartment. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with my apartment, but they still have the heat on, so I'm just trying to deal right now. Does my boyfriend still use ZBrush as well? If so, who's the better artist? Oh my, there's some questions that are just better left unanswered completely because it's damaging to both parties. Yes, he does. He works in video games right now. Manta ray. Yes, there's like a weird sort of like fish thing at the back of his head. Some sort of something. Manta ray. Manta rays are cool. It was a stingray that killed Steve Irwin, though, right? Not a manta ray. Manta rays don't have the barbs. Stingrays do. Poor Steve Irwin. Never forget. Rest in peace. With all the things to get you, man. Life is ironic. It's almost June. It's almost June. What the heck? That answers itself given the differences in the work? What are you talking about, Haz? What are you talking? What do you say? No. I'm kidding. What am I going to use it for? I'm not going to use it for anything. We're just sculpting. We're just having fun on this stream. This is just like a chill... It's Chill Thursdays with AQ. Or chill... I don't even know what day it is. That's how relaxed I am. Huh. It's chill Q&A and questions and answers, and I just said that with monsters and creature sculpting on Wednesdays with Ashley. But see, that's too long of a title, so I have to just kind of like shorten it to creature and character concept sculpting, which is also a mouthful. So just it's chill days, you know? It's just exercise your artisticness days. So what can you create from a sphere? What can you just kind of like sketch up? Sort of like be free, you know, like don't be super constrained to a whole bunch of references all the time, which is important to kind of like, it's important to reference, but it's also incredibly important to try and separate yourself from that a little bit in order to keep yourself fresh. Be able to come up with interesting new ideas. Not that referencing would stop you from doing that, but this kind of keeps that passion going, I find, personally. So I like to try and share that with people, just having fun. I'm sure that not everyone is the same, they don't think the same, but for everybody that does, this might be your answer. Is to just get jiggy with it. Just get jiggy with your sculpt. Just get jiggy with that ZBrush. Game design pipeline versus character modeling for animation. Alright, fine. Fine. Just go ahead and say that. Now, see, that's another thing that I want to kind of bring up too with a lot of people is your skill and worth as a artist has nothing to do with the job that you have. Like, I've been seeing a lot of comments on YouTube videos, on Twitch, on forums, everywhere, that it doesn't actually make any difference in terms of like, you know, oh, okay, well, I work in games, or oh, I work in animated feature film, or I work in commercials, or whatever. You know, it's not really a matter of where you're working. or, you know, the company that you're working for that determines if the person is a great artist or not. It's more of like, you know, what do they bring to the table with their portfolio? Because a lot of the time, like, a lot of people don't have the same opportunities as other ones. And I just want to make sure that everyone knows, like, it's not really like, oh, okay, well, this person's working for, I don't know, insert giant company, like, this person's, I don't want to, like, name a company and then have to pay for the consequences, so I'm not going to name a company. Insert giant AA company here. I work for that. Oh, okay, you must automatically be better than this person working at this indie studio. Not the case. It's just different opportunities and also different things that people want. You know, some people don't, their goal isn't to work at, like, top-notch studios and stuff like that. And when I say top-notch studios, I mean like blockbuster studios and stuff. Some people's goals are to work smaller companies just because it's more comfortable, makes them feel happier, makes them feel more valued. Some people just really want the name. They want, like, the big teams. Because different types of projects offer different sort of environments to work in as well. That's something to consider when you're looking for a job. How do you stream? You can Google that. You can get something like OBS. Do I 3D print any of my models? Nope, just not yet. I want to. I'm going to be in the future when I get a minute to actually get things together more. Freelancing. Oh man, freelancing. It can be good, it can be not good. Hey, Cardboard, how you doing? Yeah, exactly, Next. Also, hi, Next. Yeah, a lot of people find that, like, bigger studios aren't for them later on in the road, and some people find that out faster than other people. Some people just go all the way down the line and they love the big studio atmosphere, and that's totally fine. But in terms of creative freedom, yeah, like, it's if you really want to be, like, super artist and have, like, your voice heard, then the bigger the company, the harder that is. But if you're new, if you're learning, big companies are great because there's so many people to learn from. There's a saying which I'm sure a lot of you have heard is never be the best person at your studio. Never be the best at what you do where you work. Because you should always be learning from someone. I think that's, like, super true. Yeah, got that Pixo swag. Repping. I'm actually trying to wear it this time instead of, like, just, like, ripping it off immediately. I actually find that it helps my posture because then I'm not sitting super close up to the screen because it's like limiting my vision, so I'm actually, like, I have to, like, keep my head back. So it actually has, like, it has a double purpose. It's not so bad. Not so bad. Alright. Let's see. What should we do with this one? This might be super weird, but that's the fun of it, right? Get too close to the screen. Yeah, it's horrible. It's actually so bad. Like, you guys have probably seen me in some streams where my shoulders start doing this. Like, I have, like, this really bad habit of doing this for some reason, and it's just, like, it just destroys me. So I need to learn, like, dude, like, your eyes are not, like, the closer that you get to the screen, it doesn't get any better, okay? Like, this is fine. This is fine right here. You don't need to be, like, trying to be one with your sculpt. I don't really know, Cardboard. I'm just kind of like having fun with it. I don't really know where it's going. I'll probably stop working on this one and try something else shortly. Just kind of like doing a really chill session today. Ew. It looks like a Pokemon. You sense a disturbance. The Hunchback, yeah. No, God, why are you... Link, why are you saying that? Ah. Okay. Okay, there we go. Doing. That tiny Yo, the fan is fine. Whatever. Don't make fun of my tiny fan. It's fine right now. This hydro is stupid expensive in Toronto. Ontario in general. crowdfund it. Oh my god. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna crowdfund my AC. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. I'm just like, I don't know, giving him like weird head arms or something. Because why not? Why not? I don't know if you guys knew this transpose trick, but if you draw out your transpose line, and then in the middle area, you hold Alt on the move transpose in the very middle, the white circle, and then you start moving it around, it will do a bowing action. So it will make a curve based on the average of these 2 points that you drag out. So you can get some pretty cool looking stuff via that, as you can see. I think this thing just like needs to... No, I don't even have AC, yeah. Hyper-jointed feeding mechanisms. Yeah, there you go. You named it. A bowing action. Yes, but not like an airplane bowing. I mean like, you know, like a bow, like the shape. Put your t-shirt into the fridge? Why would I put what? Transposing? Oh yeah, you're gonna get used to it, don't worry. You just use it for a little, like maybe a week, and you'll get it. Oh yeah, I did that a bunch, Josh, but my freezer also sucks, so it takes forever for ice cubes to to form. Oh, I sound so bad. I sound so I sound pathetic. I'm sorry. Let's not talk about my living. It's just sad. I do what I can with what I have. No, Link, no, no need to do that, no. Just don't worry about it, guys, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. So yeah, if you have any questions, please ask me. That's why I'm here. Oh, that looks just super stupid. Many summers of blue ice. The little freezer gel pack things work? Oh, yeah. Maybe. Is it hot already there? Yeah, it's like 20 degrees. Hell yeah, product placement. It's actually, I'm legit wearing it because, it helps my posture. Not gonna lie, Kyle. I mean, I am totally repping ZBrush more heavily right now. No, you guys, I haven't said this in a little while, but if you are interested in what I've been doing, please feel free to give Pixelogic a follow, because there are a ton of really talented artists that are on here every single week, every day of the week, pretty much, and unless it's like otherwise canceled. And there's only going to be more and more artists showing up as weeks go on, so if you are interested in this kind of stuff, follow them. They're going to teach you stuff. Teach you all the things. Split that. Okay, I'll put this guy up in the corner, and then we can work on something else for the time being. Save him. And start on a new one. Alright. Let's do something new. You guys have any suggestions as to what you want to see? Like, if you want to throw down some like crazy looking bugs or crazy animals or whatever. Just throw down stuff I might grab and pick from the suggestions that you throw down. See what we come up with with those like words in my head. If you want. An AC monster, okay, yeah, but like panda bug. Okay. What do you mean by panda bug? What am I? Praying mantis. Ooh, that one's cool. Alien xenomorph hybrid, Asian dragon, ice beetle, and covered alien with lots of teeth. Ooh, teeth. I like teeth. Lord of Boros. Oh. From One Punch Man. Lord of Boros. Lord. What? I watched One Punch, but I just don't. Oh, okay, got you. Half panda, half beetle. All awesome. Panda beetle. Gary Gamma used the tag. Oh, yes. A ladybug with butterfly wings. Okay, alright, okay. So this is gonna be a bust, guys. Like, it's not gonna be, like, cray-cray or anything. Because we're having a chill night tonight. Swine bear man, half bear, half pig. Ah. Okay. Alright, so I've got a bunch of stuff in my head now. Let's see where, oh hi, make polymesh 3D. Let's see where this leads. It's probably not going to look like any one of those things that you just said in particular, but we can do this. Especially since there's no reference, so see what memory can serve. So I'm thinking I'm thinking something. Wait, maybe not right there. You guys are probably like, yo, what is this? What is this? What's going on? I don't know. Let's see. I said praying mantis, he said xenomorph, he said cold things and teeth. Oh man. Hey Parrish, how you doing? Three halves math problem, definitely. Go gadget, snake hook brush. Yeah, man. Yeah, all the time. Snake hooking till I die. No. So I do this sometimes too if I'm just like, oh, this is such an ugly shape. Like, well, let's just try and make that better by completely cutting it. Completely cutting it. Did anybody see Alien Covenant? I haven't seen it yet. No idea if it's good or not. I'd probably still see it even if it's bad just because it's Alien. Just one of those people. Just make a sphere and then that's it. It's done. It's whatever. Alright, good night, Kristoff. Have a great sleep. It has an on-off button. That's definitely what it is. I'm doing like a random combination of stuff, so I don't really know what it's gonna be. It's not really like one thing in particular. I just grabbed a bunch of like words from you guys, and then we're gonna see with those like words in my head what this kind of turns out to be. Could look like a disaster, could be a success. We don't know. Trim. Actually, let's just dynamesh this again so I can push it in. Saw King Arthur, you liked it? Huh. Is my hair blue? No, it's purple. Hi, Kristen. You have? You see it? Really bad movie? Really? Oh, man. Some people are really... Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm probably gonna watch it anyways, just because it is, like, Alien, and, like, if anything, I'll watch it for, like, the horror mood. Like, that horror sort of feel that Alien gets really right all the time. Even if, like, the story is kind of just bleh. It's gonna be hard to make this look intimidating. Let's see if I can... get, like, a few curves. So this is gonna be pretty messy for a while because I'm just like legit like this is what I do sometimes is if I do have something in my head, then I'm really messy up until a certain point because I do a lot of like, you know, concepting on the fly, so then it ends up being like just push pull until something happens that I'm okay with. So this, let me just turn that off because it's not working. Actually, that would be kind of cool. So if this actually came down forward, acted as sort of like a... Alien pupa! The alien pope! Supposed to be tie into Prometheus and Alien. I don't know what it... I have no idea. Like, I don't really know where Covenant is supposed to take place. I think it's supposed to be like mostly Prometheus, like a sequel to Prometheus, I think. This is not working. think like the only thing that I'm gonna have like in this is going to be like, oh look, teeth. Messy, messy, gotta love it. So this is like a trick that I like to do for like fibers and stuff. Like if you're still in the Dynamesh stage, is to just kind of like pull them out, push them where you kind of want them, like before Dynameshing again. I'll show you what I mean. It's kind of nifty because it's what Dynamesh is gonna do is it's gonna like go and grab. It's gonna go and grab everything and kind of shove it together into one mesh. That's what it does. So if you have something like that, well, not yet. Not yet. It's not good yet. Okay, gotta catch up, gotta catch up. Thanks, Cardboard. I'm glad you like it. It's the same playlist that I play every single one of these streams because I don't know what else to do. You're going to be a papa soon? What? Oh, a Roomba. Okay. Alright. I was like, yo, what? Lopar, really? Like, you'd be, like, perfect as, like, a dad with all your dad jokes. But then I was like, oh, Roomba. I don't know if your Roomba's gonna be able to appreciate your dad jokes the same way. But sure. There's room for another movie? Oh my god, they need to stop doing that. There's so many, like... They could... The third one in almost every series is never the good one. TD Black Grim Reaper robe? Ah, yes! I think that's been done before, though. Whatever I'm sculpting looks disturbing. Good. I'm actually thinking, you know what is kind of in my head right now? Like, I started with Praying Mantis, but I'm not going in that direction anymore, so you guys gave me that jump off point, but what's kind of in my head right now is, like, you know those, like, goblin sharks? Like, you know, like, goblin sharks or whatever? They got, like, that xenomorph-looking, like, thing that happens with their teeth coming out. New to you. That's fair. Hate scary movies. You took her to the new Alien. It was much crazier than Really? Oh man. See, you liked it. Then maybe this will be great. Yeah, the goblin sharks are ugly as ugly gets. I love them. I love them so much. I like this, like, unintentional fold action that we've got going on here. I mean, totally intentional. Totally intentional. Totally intentional. Everything, yeah. I meant to do that. I meant it. Well, I mean it now, but like, you know, when I was doing it, it was sort of like, it's one of those like, oh, look at the happy accidents. That's what I love about doing this kind of stuff. There's so many happy accidents. Alright, and now I set this to like a little higher resolution. Dynamesh it. Hey, Zomax! In the water you would die? A little robe. He puts the lotion in the basket! No! Yeah, so this is what I mean, like, now this part is attached right here, so if you're in the Dynamesh stage, this is like a really easy way to kind of get like some like in-between looking things. Some flesh in those areas. We all thought that Lopar had an happy accident, yeah. Another super often asked question. Last week you bought a tablet with ZBrush Core, and you don't know where to start. The program doesn't nearly behave as, for example, in your stream. You checked out the Z Classroom, but that's just the interface and stuff. Okay, so you're using ZBrush Core. What you can do is, Shane Olson also streams on Pixelogic, and he actually just did a stream going over what the heck is ZBrush Core. So I'm pretty sure, like, I haven't watched the full VOD of that, but I'm pretty sure he goes into depth with a lot of like, you know, the basics of ZBrush Core, what you could do with it, what you can't do with it, all that kind of stuff. So maybe try starting with his stream, just kind of like look and see what he does there. I know ZBrush, Z Classroom, you said that you looked at Z Classroom, but they do have like beginner videos for ZBrush Core as well. There's a bunch of like guides out there. I don't have everything for you, but Shane Olson did actually do a thing there, so you could check that out. You would be able to see it in the videos tab here, or if you go on to Pixelogic's YouTube channel. The goblin shark just dying in the water. Okay, that's fair. You forgot to eat. Go eat. Go eat. Oh my goodness, go eat. I forget to eat sometimes too. It's bad. Guys, don't forget to eat. Definitely eat. Anything. Just eat something. Something, anything at all. Okay, maybe not anything. Just eat something that won't kill you. It's my webcam. I'm shaking the desk. It's like it sits on like this super tiny stick, because that's all I have. Like, I don't know where else to put it. I don't know. Maybe if I stuff it up here, if I like, I don't know. I can't put it up there. This is what it's on. So it shakes a whole bunch. I can't really. I don't know. That's what you get. That's what you gotta deal with. Sorry, guys. Yeah, no worries, Gary. Any questions you guys have, like, feel free to ask. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not worry. Do not fret. Oops. .3D printable stabilization bars. You're a 3D printer. You could do that in about 15 minutes. Sometimes I wish life were as simple as just being a 3D printer. If you didn't want to work, you didn't have to, and you could frustrate the crap out of other people, but you'll never get thrown away because you're expensive. Hi, my name's a 3D printer. Sometimes I work, sometimes I don't. But you'll never get rid of me, because you need me. Oh. Lower. Oh man. Thanks, Zomax. Yeah, Zomax linked the Shane Olson ZBrush Core video. I'm gonna put a bunch of Play-Doh around the base. The ultimate design proposal. Your 3D printers are getting tired of making fidget spinners? Why are they making What? What are you doing? Why are you making so many fidget spinners? Why is that even a thing? It's like, what? Does anybody here actually use a fidget spinner? Whoops. Keep forgetting. Cylinders come in with a hole in it. So, you've got to either close holes or keep that in mind. You're trying to 3D print an entire airfoil for Boeing in one piece. What? How? Oh my gosh, that's insane. That's so cool. It's a fad. The fidget spinner booth. Hey guys, just I'll be late to hanging out. I gotta go to the mall and pick up a fidget spinner from the fidget spinner booth. There's so much wrong with that sentence. Yeah, I honestly think it's just placebo as well. Like I feel like maybe it's the same thing as like if you have like restless leg syndrome, except now you're using your hands, so you're even less productive. Like at least if you're shaking your leg, it's like you can still work. But with a fidget spinner, you're like, I don't know. It was just for giggles. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with it. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit alien inspired here. A little bit alien inspired. Also, very goblin shark. Did they model the house in ZBrush? Oh, wait, what? Your company actually makes the maker bot. Whoa, that's cool. Silently screaming in pain. I feel like most artists are doing that though. Like I feel like that's actually like a thing. Like I'm always screaming in pain silently and I don't use a fidget spinner. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I need a fidget spinner. That would solve all my problems. Continues to silently scream in pain. Ooh, yes, I'll save. With hybrid ceramic ball bearings. Oh my god. Fidget stream hype. Oh my god, no. Fidget spinner stream hype. Right next to the ASMR mic. Just be like, just doing this the entire time. Yeah, like no big deal. Drake only fidgets on his cell phone. Yo, Drake though. You used to fidget on your spinner. You used to. I don't wanna do, what? Drake has a fidget spinner? I don't... What the hell? Sorry guys, allergies again. You know me. You made me and my silly allergies. Wow. Oh, thanks, Zomax. Theme song. Drake is a fidget spinner, confirmed. Alright, guys, like, if you have any questions, I know, like, we keep going, like, off topic and stuff, but, like, if you do, don't forget that you can ask questions. It's totes fine. What are my favorite totes? I don't own a tote. My favorite totes are the Magoats. Oh man. Random feed of this thing. Where's there creepy slurpy noises? Oh, I don't wanna get banned. I don't wanna. Did I own goats as a child? No, I wish I did. I had a friend who said that she was offered her hand in marriage for 20 goats. Like that's a lot of goats. That's a fair amount of goats to be married to somebody random. It's a lot of goats. So I'm like, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing here, this is basically, if you take the transpose line, you draw out your transpose line. I'm talking a lot about the transpose line tonight. If you draw out your transpose line, hold Control Shift, and then the middle button again, then you will drag out a duplicate of it and mask out the other copy in the same subtool. So you'll be able to move these around without having to constantly be duplicating subtools, which I find incredibly useful. So then you can start sculpting on top, make some gums, some gummerinos. Do I ever get the claw from using ZBrush too much? No, I don't actually, because I'm always stretching. So, PSA, always stretch your hands. Good stretches to do is this one right here, right? So your arm is fully extended, and then, here, I'll show you. So your arm is fully extended. Oh my god. Arm is fully extended, and you start stretching that part of your arm like this, and another one is putting it down so that you're stretching the top part as well. And then with your arm, if you can just do like flexes, sort of like this, helps a lot as well. And rotating your wrist a whole bunch, sort of a thing. So doing that like this helps a lot in keeping your arms nice and healthy and continuing on with what you need to do. Masking? Yeah, masking is a lot of... It's very, very helpful, definitely. Is that the strangest animal that I've ever owned. I owned a seagull. Had a pet seagull for a month. Strangest animal. There's a lot of weird animals that I had. Control Shift. Yeah, there. Yeah, Eviscicator. Sorry, Eviscicator has it. Mr. Teethy McTeeth. Just a minor. Yeah, it's an IRL stream. Yeah, totally. This is me from high school. Me reacting to my high school picture. Me drawing myself from high school. Me sculpting myself from high school. Not clickbait. Alright, and then these ones. Oh! Oh! What's the thing? Next thing. I sculpt using a pen, so the tablet that I use is a Wacom Intuos Pro Medium, which is right here, like this, in the pen. You can get cheaper versions of this though, because I know this one is kind of out of the price range for a lot of people. So there's like the bamboo you can get for I think $100, or the or is it like Wacom Draw or something like that. And then to let you guys know about ZBrush Core actually comes with a tablet in some areas. Some people can't get that deal. It depends on like where you live, but if you live in the States, I think you can get ZBrush Core with a tablet. I'm not sure if they're still doing that. Hey Ace of Aces, how are you? I'm doing good. Doing well. You owned a ferret. Was it Steven Seagal? No, it was, his name was Simon. You get the claw with Photoshop when you get into a groove. Yeah, you gotta take breaks, and also try not to hold it so hard, right? Like if you're grabbing really hard, and your grip is really strong, then you're tensing your muscles a lot more. Try to like relax a little bit more when you're doing this kind of stuff. It'll go a long way. Yeah, Quay is correct. Transpose. So if you're doing anything, you can actually see up here what that's going to do. So it gives you some hints, like he said, like there's hints up here. So if I drag something out, then it'll give me what that angle is, what the position in 3D, the offset, and the pixels up here. So this is the unit, this is the measurement of it, which you can change in your preferences as well. Down in transpose units, you can actually change your transpose stuff, so you can change the calibration distance as well. So this is a good way to use like measuring if you are handy with the transpose tool. I don't use it that much, but sometimes it provides me with some good measurement in terms of like proportioning things properly and all that jazz. Yeah, so if you hover over things, you can see up in the corner, like up here, you see it change. So this will tell you what all of those magic things do. All of these little lines. So you can clip, you can align, you can duplicate or extrude, duplicate or detach, inflate, stretch, etc. So it gives you all of that up there. Use the Intuos 3. Oh man, the one before this one was the Intuos 4 for me. Yeah, cheaper does equal smaller drawing space, but the thing is, if you're just starting out, it's better to just get something that you could draw on rather than using a mouse. Thanks, Ace. I'm glad you like it. You're a strong gripper. Yeah, try practicing holding your mouse and pen lighter. It'll make a big difference. Or take breaks and do your stretches more. Like stretch out your hands. You can change. Yeah, you can totally change those measurement lines. It's one of the, actually that's actually one of the first things that I learned about ZBrush. Weirdly enough, I was like in the preferences playground. I was like, oh cool, you can change unit size. When I was trying to learn the transpose tool many ages ago. Hey, Digital Cowboy, I'm not really sure what we're making right now. We're just having fun. We're just having fun. Just something out there, you know? Just relaxing and playing around in ZBrush. Just like, I encourage you guys to do this occasionally, you know? Like, obviously do your studies and stuff like that, but just have, you know, break away. Have some fun sometimes. See what your mind comes up with. You never use that tool? Oh, you should get in it. You should get on that. It's very useful. Hey, Matt Thorup! What is up, guys? If you don't know Matt, he streams here when he can. He's a bit busy right now, I think, but he's going to be back, right, Matt? Right, Matt. So if you want to see what he does, definitely give him a follow and or preferably Pixelogic. Matt used to work for Disney Infinity, and you might know him as Redbeard on internet forums and things. Deactivate the touch option on your intro. So, yeah, I know. It's the same thing. It just keeps coming up. It's so annoying. It just shows up on the side. I'm like, dude, I disabled you like 50 times. Yes, get a very comfortable chair. It will save you. I used to sit on a stool when I used to stream. It was really bad. Fatty duck. Nice brain sack. Thank you, Furious. I appreciate it. That is the nicest compliment you could ever give a girl. Compliment her brain sack. Not her looks. Hey, Asin, how's it going? You'll never be back because the Illuminati's gonna finally get you. Finally gonna come for you. A noble gaming chair. Man, I don't know. Are the gaming chairs worth it? I just have a chair from IKEA. I just have an IKEA chair. Am I a cool kid? Probably not. I'm not a real streamer. You don't have a gaming chair. Racers. Yeah, but you're not a real streamer. You're not sponsored by. Oh my god, whatever. JK, you totally are a real streamer. This is all a joke. I'm joking. Pixelogy doesn't endorse my jokes. Or maybe they do. I don't know. Pixelogic isn't saying it, I'm saying it. They've already got you. Oh man. How am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing good. The only thing you can get into so many programs and ZBrush is a little more intense. Yeah. Yeah, it is intense. But if you're trying to be a character artist, or even like, you know, you want to like take your environment art to the next level, or you just want to like, if you're just a hobbyist, you want to have fun, I definitely recommend getting into it though. Like, even like an hour a day can help. Like, it's really, really fun. It's real fun. Yes, I do use a Wacom. Intuos Pro Medium. You sit on a futon. Oh my god, that's so bad for you. No, Lopar, no. Bad, no. Noble chairs? I don't even know. I don't know anything about chairs other than, like, there's, like, a few chairs that are, like, lawyer chairs or something, and they're like $5,000 or something stupid. I'm like, why would you pay that much to sit in what? Is it gonna make your back indestructible? Why is it $5,000? Pro tip for Ashley: model your own chair in ZBrush. Let printed 3D profit. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright. I should just get my back molded. Have a chair specifically for me. Joke's on you, though. I hardly ever sit back into a chair. It's not like it would matter. Unless I'm wearing this hat, in which case my posture gets corrected. You work for... Oh yeah, that's true, you do! Huh. Sorry, Matt. Sorry. Sorry. Matt is responsible for all bad chairs in this world. Everybody, if you have a bad chair, it's Matt's fault. He just said so. He legitimately just said so. So if you need to be angry at like somebody for your bad posture, Matt's your guy. It's his fault. ABBM. Definitely ABBM. Also, thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like my monster. How can you get clean edges? Clean edges like if I were to do this and then you're saying something like this, sort of a thing? Is that what you're... Is that sort of like what you're talking about? Like clean edges like that? If you want that, so basically what I did is, your friend will be the pinch brush for corners and such, right? Because if you're making like a corner, you can get something really clean by using the pinch brush. It brings all of the topology to where your brush is being stroked. So if you look at the poly frame, you can see what I mean. It's incredibly dense here, but not so much so it's pulling around from your brush radius into a specific area. You can see it happen just like right there, right? So that's what the pinch brush does. So it's a good way to clean up edges in your sculpt, or you can use the H polish brush to get a flat surface like this on your models. Smooth brush will smooth everything out. It'll smooth your topology out. And then if you're in doubt, just go back to the pinch brush again and just kind of like repeat that process. So if you use the pinch brush in alt form as well, you can get a nice definite plane change. And I do that a lot is when I'm working on hard surface stuff or even just like stylized characters and stuff like that. I take that and then I kind of just use the pinch brush to create some sort of like a plane change, like you can see here. So I just hold Alt and I just like create like a plane change. Like that's usually how I go about it, or the other way. So that's how I get clean edges. Another way is if you want, you can use the Macut brushes. And those you can find on Google, and if you drag them out, you can get some really clean lines. So you can see here that I can start getting like some clean edges as well. If you turn the intensity down, it acts sort of like a pinch brush as well, but you have sort of like a lazy function to it, and it doesn't require as much finagling. And you can get some like interesting things too with skin and forms if you drag it out on forms. So many polys comes from the date. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the magic thing about ZBrush. You don't have to worry about your poly count when you're using Dynamesh, because you could just you know, retopologize over top of it. Don't sit on a share. Well, I'm gonna sit where I want, Link. I'm a super fun. Ashels. Are you calling me Ashels now? Is that my name? Ashels? Best hashtag ever. Blame Matt Thorup. I can get on board with that one. Blame Matt Thorup. Hashtag blame him. Just blame. No, what? Ashels. Hi, my name is Ashels. My name is Ashels. Hi, my name is Ashels. Can I help you? Crying mainly? Yo, Matt, what's wrong? Do you need somebody to talk to? We're all here for you. We're all here for you. Were you having those dreams again? Were you having those dreams? Oh, okay, this is starting to hurt my head. I can't do the headphones and hat at the same time. I can't do it, guys. I can't. I don't know how you guys do it. With you other guys. It hurts. You gotta head out for dinner? No worries, Digital. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your night. I shall. Very little crying, but you were having those dreams. I knew it. I knew it. You gotta lay off the candy before going to bed, Matt. Gotta lay off the butterbeer. Can't be doing that before you go to bed. You can have those dreams. I've never had it. What does it taste like, Matt? On top of the bill? What are you talking about on top of the bill? Yeah, he's been having those dreams again, guys. You would never want those dreams. They're dreams, all right. Best tasting root beer or cream soda? Cream soda beer? Is it like alcoholic or is it non-alcoholic? I'd assume it's not, right? Or is there like an adult and kid version in Harry Potter Land world thing? Frig, man, I sound like the worst when I'm asking about this stuff. I'm like, is it like Harry Land Potter dumb? I'm kidding. I know what Harry Potter is. Please. Voldemort is on the back of my head right now. Right now. I mean, no, he's not. It's not where I get all my ideas from. My sculpts aren't my Horcruxes. Next I know, somebody's like DDoSing me. Trying to delete like all of my files on my computer because I just said like my Horcruxes. The Horcruxes are my sculpts. Mock the potters. I'm always mocking something though. That's just me. I may love something, I'll still mock it. The headphone bar across the top of the bill, it will make it more comfortable. Oh, you mean like put it like down like that? Yeah, I don't think I could do that though. Because these are already like as tiny as they will go, so if I put it there, it won't like... You see, it doesn't stay on my ears. Yeah, I have music playing. Voila. I can turn it up a little louder for you if you want. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. You laugh so hard. Yeah, M50s are really good. Okay. Actually, hold on. Should probably pull this down further. There's part of me that actually just kind of wants to make this like a full thing. So maybe I will. Maybe I will. I just like abandoned whatever that thing is in the corner. Do I dare to pronounce your name? Herod Jill Con. Can I just call you Parajill? It's a lot. It's just a lot. Tiny arms. Yeah, you know it. Yes, ZBrush does do STL. Parsley with potatoes. Faceted eyes. Print-style dragons. Faceted eyes. Facet. So that word is very interesting. It's fascinate me. I messed it up. Whatever. Over it. Over it. No one was watching. No one heard. So there's this thing called a slice curve brush. So if you want to see some magic, it's basically going to create a new poly group based on where I'm cutting with the slice. So now that part is a new poly group. So you can actually start to get some interesting designs based on that. And I'm gonna try and play around with some shapes here. Hi Eric! How you doing? Guys, I was talking about Eric earlier. Eric was the one who introduced me to ZBrush at the very beginning of everything. Oh. Eric! Eric. No, I said the worst things. I said the absolute worst things. Hmm. I don't know if this here is gonna work that well. I think I'm gonna have to... I think I'm gonna undo. I think we're just gonna backspace some of that. I don't think I like it. Try and get like a maybe a rib cage shape in here. And then you could probably push that up. Who's Eric? Who's Eric? Easy. Well, I kind of pulled you guys. I told you guys to like throw off like some words, some animals, some bugs, some things that you thought were cool, and then I would just use that sort of like as a jump off inspiration point. And then Mantis Alien was kind of said, and I just kind of like jumped from there. And I also was thinking about the Goblin Shark here as well. Do I have reference? This is straight from my head. That's what these streams, like, I don't recommend people not use reference, especially when you're just starting out, but this is sort of like one of those exercises that I like to do where I don't have reference up and I just kind of like go for it and see what I come up with, because it's just kind of like a free sort of experience. It's like, just let yourself be an artist sort of thing. Just go artsy fartsy on it. So so for this, like, these streams that I have on Pixologic, typically I don't have reference up unless like I specify at the beginning of the stream, okay, I'm going to be doing whatever, and then I'm using reference. But usually it's just grab a sphere, chunk it around. Probably a minute. Do I have Wacom parallel to the monitor? No, my Wacom is down here. Well, oh, you mean parallel to the? Yeah, it's facing the monitor. Facing the monitor. Oh, Matt, please, thank you, but no, I have a ways to go. But I'm glad that I can be here with you guys and learn together. Haha, cheese, 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 cheese. Cthulhuminati. Cthulhuminati. Hey, Russian, how's it going? My hair does all the work. Oh, man. Or do you mean I do all the work for my hair? Dude, keeping colored hair. Matt, you should know. You color your hair all the time. How does your hair stay colored? Mine is already fading. It's already like, It's been like, it's going on a week, and it's like, I don't know. I think I need to damage my hair more in order for it to stay. You have naturally silver hair? Yo, you could do so much with that! Get on it! Use colored shampoo? I have color in my conditioner, and I leave it in for a while. Like I have hair dye in my conditioner. I don't know, I probably just suck. My hair just like, no, I don't want this. Whatever. At least it'll fade graciously. Just use the blood of friendly purple dinosaurs. Why friendly? They're friendly! Why would I wanna... Yo. What? Viral shampoo? Is that like an actual thing? You re-put the color in every couple of days? You... What? Seriously? You re-color your hair every couple of days? Oh my god. Holy moly. I am too lazy for that. Viral shampoo. Bye. Celeb. Luxury. Oh man, Matt, that's awesome. Huh. That looks that's kind of cool. It also keeps your hair clean, yes. Toxic wash. Man, that just sounds psychotic. All of this sounds crazy. This sounds insane. But I will take your guys' word for it, and I will definitely look into that, because I don't want to have to keep doing this. But I want the purple. The struggle is real. Hey Thunder, how's it going? No! Oh, Eric, that's horrible! No, I love dinosaurs. Looks like a plague doctor. Cool! Like a biter. Yeah, he does. Ketchup in my hair. Ooh, sounds gross. Viral shampoo. I'm keeping that tab though, like for real though. What do you think of your haircut and color? It smells like strawberries. Mm. Strawberries! Okay. Specifically like that? Like, berries! Okay, alright, okay, don't worry about it. I get it. I got it. I got it. Just emphasize the berry part. Definitely berries, not just straw. Berries. You're learning so much today. Are you? Well, if you have any questions, guys, serious though. Like, the reason why I keep going, like, off topic is because, like, nobody's asking any questions. But if you have any questions, like, please, 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 please ask. Please ask. Like, I am here to answer your questions about this kind of stuff, so feel free. You're inspired to color your hair. Oh, man. Yeah, I heard that too, guys. Like, the, like, in green fades into, like, sort of like this weird, like, puke yellow a lot of the time, depending on how neon you go, so keep that in mind. Even though that has nothing to do with ZBrush. Okay, I'm gonna start, like, explaining what I'm doing. So I'm making hands right now. I'm thinking of something kind of skinny, but also, like just kind of, like, floppy. Like, I just really want, like, floppy arms. I don't know why, but it feels right for this character. And, I think I'm gonna start getting some legs in here as well. So this is an insert cylinder. A lot of the time I just kind of, like, use that to do like extremities. It's usually a lot faster than pulling things out. But sometimes I do just pull out like masked areas. It depends on how I'm feeling, what mood I'm in. Like, you can mask it and then pull for a joint. Mask and pull. Mask and pull, mask and pull, mask and pull. And this, just like push that down. So he's got like that. He's got that nice alien belly going on there. Feeling that. Gotta get the shapes working properly though. So kind of got a little bit of like human anatomy in here. It's not super accurate. It's usually like when I'm doing creatures, I do like a base of like human anatomy or like some sort of like animal that I actually am familiar with, and then I end up kind of just putting in a bunch of sacks. I've always been a 2D artist, Matt. So like sometimes like that Instagram account that I have, I usually post mostly 3D stuff, and I was just kind of like I test the water sometimes. Like I post some of the sketches that I do there, and just to kind of see like if people are interested in seeing 2D art as well as the 3D stuff that I do. And the response is like mixed. I guess like half of my followers are like, yeah, I'm interested in the 2D stuff as well, but most people are just like there for 3D. So I just kind of, I post occasionally, but I don't post like all of my drawings. But yeah, I started as a 2D artist, so it's nothing really new to me. I've always kind of been doing that. I guess it's just like a matter of posting more 2D art rather than doing more of it, but because I doodle a lot when I'm at work. If I'm like waiting for a render or something like that, just like doodles. Can I check out the Discord? Let me check out the Discord. You enjoy them? Well, that's nice. That's good. Ooh, MDM. That's pretty cool. That's an awesome squid. That thing looks freaky. That thing is definitely freaky. I like it. Meat grinder of a mouth. Yeah, no, well, it needs to, yeah. Well, exactly. It needs to hold it in front of its face in order to terrify it a little bit. And then once that is successfully terrified its prey in front of its mouth, then it just releases it. And it's actually a pacifist. This is a pacifist monster. It doesn't actually kill anything. Its teeth are purely a mating display. Yeah, Reggie, I got an Instagram. Get it to you guys. Here you go. People starting with base meshes for humans. I think that that's actually like a great time saver. If you're just learning, like you're just starting out, like you're not familiar with anatomy or anything, I'd actually say not to do that. The reason I say not to is because if you start from primitive shapes rather than like a base mesh, and you just kind of like build, then you're learning like the proportions and the form a lot better than if you were to start with a base mesh. But for production, it is such a time saver. Such a time saver. Like everywhere that I've worked, if I'm not doing like a main character, then I start with a base mesh. And some main characters, like if it's very similar to another character that I've already done, I just use that as like a jump off point because it's just so much faster. And there's only so much time that you have in every with every character that you do, that you just kind of got to speed it up. Good brushes for starters. Well, I can tell you the brushes that I use. So I'll run you through my brushes real quick. My brushes go from 1 all the way to 0 on my keyboard. I set that up as hotkeys. So one I have clay buildup right here, which is hold on, I'm gonna save this really quick. Save this guy. So clay buildup, what that does is it just kind of like builds clay and it just kind of keeps going. It just keeps like building on top of it. So it's actually really great for building up forms and stuff. And I like this kind of like texture that it gives as well, because I can get like some cool, I guess, surface detail before I get into the detail stage. That kind of gives it a little bit, like, it gives my eye something to look at. Damien Standard is the second one. You can see the brushes that I'm using up here. So that one just kind of carves in like this, which is really useful, and I use it at like a smaller size as well to get kind of fine lines. If you hold Alt, then you're gonna get like a sharp line sort of a thing. 3 I have as H Polish, which gives you flat planes, which is very, very useful for sharpening up and polishing a model. 4 I have a snake hook. This one's extremely optional. You don't have to do this one. In fact, I would say use the move tool, but I use the snake hook tool, and that's just like the move tool, but it just kind of keeps going, right? Whereas the move tool, which is the one that I would recommend you use, it moves bits and pieces of your geo on an average, whereas like snake hook is it just keeps going. But I would recommend you guys use just the move tool if you're starting out. Inflate, it just inflates, so I use that as 5. That's on my 5 key. On my 6 key I have the standard brush, but I don't use that for sculpting. What I do is I actually take alphas and I put it in, and then I put it to like drag rec. So if I were to put, like, I don't know, I wanted to do this pattern with drag rectangle, then I would do that, and I could start getting like some patterning here, or I could turn it to a spray, right? And so then that's something that I do with standard. My 7 is clay tubes. So the difference between clay tubes and clay buildup is this one will just kind of keep going on the same level, and it won't build onto itself. So you get like the same sort of, like if you keep going over it, you see that it doesn't go on top of itself, whereas clay buildup does go on top of itself. So clay tubes is good for like, you know, scaling and like scales and stuff like that. And then like if you want like something, I guess, like interesting, you could do a lot of like layering that looks really nice with it. You get some like scabby effects or whatever. You get trim dynamic. Trim dynamic is also another way of smoothing out your mesh, but the reason why I use trim dynamic as opposed to H polish sometimes is, notice like with H polish, this is doing it based on like a strict plane, and then if you go to trim dynamic, it'll do things very smoothly. So it depends on what exactly you're doing at the time and how you want it to smooth out. So this is good for curves. 9 I have as pinch, which I had demonstrated before. You can get some sharp lines with pinch, or create planes by holding Alt. And then 0 I have as a downloaded brush, which is called Ma Cut, and that one does this, so it gives you really sharp. It's like another version of Damien Standard, except it's more of like a hard surfacey look, right? So that's the gist of it. That's the gist of it. Hope that helps. Huh. All right, good night, Gary. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, good night, Veer. Or, Vrickar. Thanks for hanging out. Backface mask? Did you say a hotkey? No, I don't have a hotkey for backface mask, but typically what I use backface masking for is, you can see over here, I actually put it in my UI, so I have it for clay buildup usually. Yeah, the orb brushes are awesome. If you can, they're available for free online. I do enjoy using the orb crack brushes. They're just not like in my typical workflow. That's all. But I do use them for quite a few things, such as rocks. I don't like that. Oops. Topology. The eyes seem good. Same with the nose. If I were you, I would try to keep the topology symmetrical and then move around spans as you need them to achieve your asymmetry, because you're gonna have a really hard time rigging if it isn't. And also, I'm seeing over in that one eyebrow area as well, it just kind of like you switch flow all of a sudden up on this eyebrow. I would try to do it the same as like a human face. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he has a scar. You should still have your topology kind of the same on each side, and then move your topology around. Like I would just retopo one side if I were you, and then mirror it over and project it onto the next side and move it around on the other side to try and achieve that asymmetry that you're looking for, rather than doing different topology on both sides. It's a time saver and it's more efficient. Hey Galactic, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I think I'm gonna try and like bring back some of that gross. So I have a deadline. In 40 minutes this needs to be finished up. And then we're ending stream. So let's see what we can accomplish in 40 minutes. This one was a 2.5 hour sculpt, I think. Something like that. Closer. Yeah, 2.5 hour. Yeah, because the first one we just kind of like dicked around for an hour and a half, an hour 45 minutes or something like that, and then 2.5 hours. ZBrush is so fast. And it goes even faster if you have something in mind that you want to do as well. So if you already have your concept, Boy, oh boy, does it go fast. When you have animating model and doing retopology, can triangles be placed on places you can't? I would not put triangles on the face, especially when you're starting out. You might learn how to use triangles a little bit better, but I would recommend that you try to stick to quads only when you're beginning to learn topology, just so that you understand edge flow properly. I'm not saying that triangles are bad, but for your first models, like, I find that if you're just doing topology, like, and you've never done it before, I find that a lot of people actually put triangles in places that they really shouldn't be, like, at all. So yeah, try to learn edge flow and that sort of a thing using quads only, just to start off. But like Eric, like, even if you're doing game models, like, try to do it with quads only, because it will give you a better idea of how to see your edge loops and where the flow is going, because that stuff is very important. If you don't have good flow, you don't have good retopo. And a triangle can ruin that completely if you don't know how to use them. Actually, if you guys want a good sort of like breakdown, like a really great breakdown on facial topology, you can go and check out Danny Mac. He also streams on the Pixelogic channel. Danny Mac did a tutorial on retopologizing a stylized character's face, but the same principles apply to non-stylized characters as well. It's sort of like, you know, a known topology sort of Bible. So Danny Mac has one. You should go and check him out. It's for free on YouTube. He's got a series. Yeah, ears can be hard. Alright, good night, Eric. Have a good sleep. Thanks for hanging out. What's the topic? Not really sure. We started with Alien, and now we here. hair color for 10 minutes. Hey man, that's not my fault. Nobody's asking questions. No one's asking me anything. It's hard. It's hard. Thinking hurts. Thinking does hurt. But yeah. So I can give you guys a breakdown on what's going on with this. So if we put him into a silhouette, you'll be able to see what's going on with my mind, what's happening here. So when this is in silhouette mode, you can clearly see what's going on. Like, you know, there's like interesting shapes happening. You can see that it has legs, it has arms. In fact, I'd actually probably push these guys back just a little bit so you get that nice sort of. Here we go. Yeah. So it's just sort of like getting a silhouette that looks something like something that's interesting, grabs your eye, and keeps you going up into the face area. So everything kind of just is very flowy. Everything's gonna be like generally like leading into the face and keeping your eye going around the whole model. You don't want it to just kind of just stop. And I also want this to be balanced. So in order to check if your model is balanced, put something down in the middle, and if there's enough over on one side that there is on the other, you're pretty good. These legs, I could probably rotate like that, and then bring forward just a bit. Oops. Oh no. There we go. If train A has ZBrush, train B doesn't, what should train B do with its life? Train B should get the ZBrush free trial for 45 days down below. That's what train B should do. And then they both have ZBrush. You're keying both soldier on a 1/35 scale figure with clay. Oof. So I'm just trying to like fill this guy in a little bit more, and like it's okay to leave your models roughly. Let's say you're just like sketching something, it's better to have like the whole model kind of feeling like the same level of sketchiness rather than submitting something that has something super well defined and then the rest of it is just kind of like a blob. Like I would just like make it all sort of the same level of refinement, and that looks more complete than having one specific area that's really well defined and then the rest of it is just kind of like, nah, didn't feel like it. So instead of defining one specific area, try and get everything else sketched out, and then work from there. I agree, Rev. I agree. Butt scratching hands. Hell yeah. Don't you want some butt scratching hands? Actually, everybody has butt scratching hands. I don't know what I'm talking about. These ones are specifically just like he was designed to never be uncomfortable ever again. Link. Oh, thanks, Reggie. I'm really, really glad that you like it. You have Instagram. Nice. Welcome to Instagram. Did you know with hands, if you look at your hand, another thing that I see a lot of people making an anatomy mistake with is making both the palm and this side of your hand equal in length. If you're observant, you can actually see that the outside of your wrist comes further down than this part of the bone here. So this versus up here, right? So a lot of people actually make it just straight, but this comes up further, and I like to exaggerate that a lot just to get like a really intense hand look. Oh, saving. Bling. You had to reach the center of the earth for Discord? What? Yeah, you can post your whip. I won't be able to like give it like a full critique though. Alright, good night, Thunder. Thanks so much for hanging out. Oh, cool. Oh, that's so tiny. That's so tiny. I really like it, though. That's cool. Nice, Rev. That is really tiny, yeah. Oh, looks great. Okay, I didn't dynamesh this yet. Your paid work is about 32 millimeters, so this is big? Oh, wow. Wow. Oh. Yeah, it's really, really tiny. So I'm going to try and make this foot base a little bit wider so it can support better. Be a wider foot base. And then I'm thinking just wider here. That can go down. And then this can sort of be thing. Thimbleseye, Thumbelina, yeah, no, I know. I see this creature having the blue flying annoying guy's job on the website. Oh, yeah. Hey, Josh. The second annoying guy. Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. Thanks, yeah, I'm just listening to some random YouTube playlist. Elf is a little bit tall, let's see. Wow, you're really good. You're really good at this traditional stuff, man. So tiny. Do you use, that's, C40... Oh man, I can't remember what the clay is called. Or, it's like you heat it up or whatever. Can't remember what it's called. Who makes keycaps? And then she sculpts it. Oh, cool! That's neat. Yeah, I love traditional sculpting. I just don't have the room for it. I mean, I guess if I were sculpting as tiny as you, Rev, but I don't think I actually have the patience for something like that. That is incredibly tiny. you're gonna post all your 2D and 3D images? I post I post like to Twitter, ArtStation, ZBrush Central, Instagram, Facebook. I post everywhere, so it's not, I don't choose like one place in particular. CX5, yes, thank you, Bristol. Thank you, yeah. Can't work for that size? Oh, really? Dang. Watto, yeah. Yeah, he's got like that Watto hunch. He's got the Watto hunch. Get that alien booty in there. All about the base. Yeah, the base is, yeah, I guess like for something that small it would be like super important. Super important to get that right. Just gotta finish up this foot area and then we'll be golden. We have 15 more minutes left of the stream. If you have any questions, ask them now. Forever hold your peace until next week. And in the interlocking stuff. So if you're in doubt, make some interlocking shapes. I mean, this actually works because it's like his tendon or whatever. But yeah, if you're ever in doubt, just make your shapes interlock. If something doesn't look right, it's probably because it's too parallel to something else. So check that. Just like how this is not working right here. Right here. What? Not working. How would you make curly tubes with ZBrush? You have a cartoon character with curly hair. Ooh, that one's hard. That one's real hard. James Chan, you can use curly hair. Okay. Yeah, so if you're doing like just general hair, Dylan Ekron has a good hairbrush that you can Google and get for free. but is it like an afro? If it's an afro and it's stylized, then I guess you can do things like the swirl brush, the spiral brush. So what does that do? Well, glad you asked. It will do something like this. So you could do a whole bunch of, like, you know, stylized curls this way. You'd have to take your time with it though, and then alternate to a smaller brush and stuff. You could get some interesting stylized shapes that way. Or if you have the patience, take a curved tube brush and do something like this. And move it around a little bit into sort of like an interesting stylized shape, and then inflate and smooth out and inflate a bunch. So then you could make a bunch of curls that way as well by taking the pinch brush too and kind of sharpening up edges. There's a bunch of ways that you can get that curly kind of look if it's stylized. If it's not stylized, I'd say just use like a fiber mesh preset. Using transpose on independence ZSphere skin shift control, does it work for you? Is there some kind of cache to do on ZSphere skin? That's fun. ZSphere skins, did you... Are you just using like the mesh preview? I feel like if you're going to do that, you should just make it into a what's it called? Just get the actual mesh out of it. So ZSphere, it'll be like adaptive skin. So just take the adaptive skin and make it your actual mesh, and then use the thing. Stances, oh, thanks. Have I used Mari? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I don't use Mari at work, though, for this project. I'm using Substance Painter. It doesn't work for you? I'm not sure then, Fur. I have no idea then, because it should work. Is this an alien or what? Yes, it is. How do people use so much detail? There's a few ways of achieving detail. It's you can get it through a series of ways. One, you can use alphas, which I you know, for sketches like this, I typically don't really like use a bunch of like alphas. And sort of just like all sculpted. So what you could do if you're having problems with detailing is just kind of like let yourself be sketchy and then leave some of the lines that are created from sketching in your sculpt. And it also comes from practice too, right? Like the more that you sculpt, the better you're gonna get at detailing things just naturally. Take perspective off when I do this. There we go. Yeah, no worries, Real James. Where you have to settle with other programs. Yeah, try. You could try ZBrush for free for 45 days. Ooh, you can learn Mari, nice. Oh, you just used up your trial, got you. You can get ZBrush Core though. ZBrush Core is a lot more affordable. And you can practice your sculpting skills without all of like the extra frills and stuff. Adding detail to workflow sounds the same as traditional sculpt. Yeah, well it is, exactly. You just kind of like leave the messiness and then work with that afterwards. And I have a very traditional background, so a lot of what I do here is reflected from what I have done in the past, like traditionally. Like I said, like I'm much more of an art and like, you know, like art first, technicality second kind of an artist. So I usually focus on things like feeling it out and stuff rather than being like, okay, well, thinking of shape, whatever needs to be here, and thinking of it in a technical way, which is totally fine as well. Like that's like another way sorry, another way to go about the artistic process, but it's just not the way my brain works. Alright, so I've got, so another thing that I want to mention was something like this is just understanding how the design is working. So the reason why I left this kind of like blank is, well, yeah, it's inspired by Alien, but two is because it's giving a place for your eye to take a break. Same with the back here, like this is giving a place for your eye to just chill. You don't need to be super like into it, like, you know, your eyes don't need sorry, you don't need to be super, no, you don't have to, I guess, get tired from looking at it, because when you have too much detail, your eye doesn't know where to focus. So when you have like blank spots, it's easier for your eye to just kind of be like, oh, does that make sense? Subdivisions works fine after delete. Oh, okay, got you. Art should always be first in art. Yes and no. Yes and no. Some people work better from a different point of view. And you don't know how to draw, and you hope it is not the thing. No, you don't have to know how to draw in order to get into CG at all. It helps to start from drawing, just because like learning the fundamentals of design and art is just easier in 2D. It's just faster, but I can understand why people wouldn't want to do something like that. Okay. I think I'm just gonna quickly duplicate this. And create some saliva. Saliva. Tasty, tasty. Can I, like, drag this all the way? Yes, yes! Oh. This drool, though. This is taking drool to another level, guys. This is taking drool. We're gonna take this drool to another world. Alright, good night, Josh. Drawing helps you ZBrushing? Yeah, no, for sure. Drawing can totally help, but it isn't necessary, and I just want everybody to, like, know that if you absolutely can't draw, like, that's okay. You can still sculpt. Lots of sculptors that don't know how to draw. It's totally fine. Rev, if you want to have some chibi proportion kind of stuff, check out Lena Lazar. She also streams on the Pixelogic channel. Same with John Troy Nickel. Those two are kind of a duo. Alright, so this is I'm gonna finish the drool quickly before I render, but this is what we ended up with tonight, right here. Mr. Schmexy von Schmex. So that's what we did. Anyways, thanks guys. I'm gonna have to end the stream now. If you are interested in what was going on here and you enjoyed it, feel free to follow me right here. Right here. This one? Yes. I am live on my channel every Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST and Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST on this channel. My channel is Tuesday, right here. So if you are interested in that, feel free to follow. Right now I'm doing the Thu challenge on my channel. It won't be this particularly, it's more of like I'm doing a lady right now, and then I'm going to be doing some, like a monster as well, and then compositing and doing some paint overs and stuff. So that's what I'm doing on my channel right now. It's a lot of silliness, but if you have any questions, and you want to learn more about ZBrush, there's more people that are going to be streaming on this channel as well every day of the week, every week, and they're incredibly talented, so give Pixelogic a follow if you enjoyed seeing what you saw and you want to try it yourself. ZBrush has a 45-day free trial down below as well. And I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna leave you with something absolutely delicious. You're welcome. Bye! Oh, wait, hold on. I'm always supposed to, like, call out the person, like, right after me. Brendan is tomorrow at 6 a.m. PDT, and then it's Timothy Raff at 12 p.m. PDT. Okay, I'm totally, like, extending this way too long. Check them out. They're really awesome. They're gonna be tomorrow. Super cool guys. Good night. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.